I want to say congratulations and for landing on this page. Now below this video you'll see there's a link to a PDF report that I've got open right in front of me here. So you just simply have to right click the link and select Save As and save it to your computer somewhere where you can find it. Now let's just have a quick look. I'm just going to show you a couple of key points in here, and this free report reveals how you can ethically steal our 21-step system that's making over 1 million per month. Now this is a fantastic system, and I'm going to be telling you a few other stories that will lead us to that system. Now this is a picture of my wife and I when we were in Bali, and that was the rice fields next to us, and growing some orchids in the back there. It was a really beautiful lifestyle, and we're also giving back. We were teaching English and helping out some villages, giving some money, sponsoring a few people, and also starting a clothing business at the time. So it's important to check in and know where you're at right now on your journey and what you've gone through. And it's all about this. My drive was to get away from the march of mediocrity. Everyone doing the same thing, not questioning what they're doing, working day in and day out, spending majority of their lives in jobs they don't enjoy, not spending any quality time with their family, not being there to raise their kids. There's so many things there, and I was so driven because my father, he was a successful business person, and I asked him, he came and visited me when I was in London here, and I asked him, what was I like as a kid? And he looked at me and said, I have no idea, I was working all the time. So that has really been my drive, to be here for my kids. It's really important to set that foundation, especially in this world. It's a crazy world we live in right now, and so many people are so busy being pulled everywhere and working longer hours and, retiring later. So you really have to give them the best foundation possible, and that's what I believe. So we go to this video here, Miles. This is a really good video. You can play that there, and he really talks about how it all turned around for him and how he got to be very, very successful. And you're going to get some information depending on where you're at in this journey. And I know that when you're at a certain part of the journey and you read the stuff, only certain things will connect with you. And when you move further down that path, depending where you are, you're going to read the same information and take much different stuff from it. And I've been working on mindset and belief and personal development, filling my mind for many, many years, because it's a continual battle, because it's a really negative world that we live in. And this is the thing, what's programming your conscious mind and unconscious mind? And you have to work really hard to change the programming that we have, and the unconscious mind is so powerful. Really, if this was going to depict it closer, the conscious mind would actually just be a speck above the water, and the unconscious would be the rest of this, because the unconscious mind is so powerful. So we talk a bit about mindset there, talk about my struggles and my story, and you maybe can relate to it, and talk a little bit about who I am and some things that I've done. And then we move on to moving through the story, what I learned from my mistakes, and why I'm here to teach you. I do believe in you, and I give you permission to go forth and literally kick ass. Like, seriously, you can do this. If it was easy, everyone would be doing it and succeeding. Unfortunately, most people fail at it, and the reason why is because they don't have the follow through, they don't have the right mindset. And if you've got the wrong mindset and the best system in the world, it's not going to work, right? If you don't believe in it and you simply purchase this particular system, why is it going to work? You've got to take certain steps, and that's where it becomes simple, because it is a step-by-step process. And it's not easy, because you actually have to do some work to get those that step-by-step process to work better for you. And what the internet lifestyle is all about, and talking about some different business models there. And then we talk about going to the matrix. And I find this really fascinating, because once you dive into this world, like I did many years ago, when you understand there is another way where you can leverage your lifestyle, you can get passive income, you can choose these business models and different business systems, and there's no longer no need to just work as an employee anymore. And I think one of the things that set me off on the path was Cash Flow Quadrant by Robert Kiyosaki. Really good book. And once you understand this stuff, it's like being in the matrix where you take the pill. Once you've taken the pill, there's no turning back. You can't bury your head in the sand and say, look, I've had enough, I'm just going to join the masses and do what they do. When you know that there's something there, something where you can tap into, just if you may do a little bit of effort, it pays off so much more than you would in say, a job or a brick and mortar business. Now we go down here talking about overwhelm. So really help you out in this process and about getting focused and then going in the right direction. You know, and I'm speaking from experience this whole time. You know, getting overwhelmed with all these things that you have to do in these businesses, and how, you know, the system that I'm going to tell you about really sets you up for success because it eliminates a lot of this stuff. And what it comes down to really is traffic plus conversion equals money. So you've got to find, you know, traffic that you can get the right economics on and convert that traffic and make money, and then you reinvest back into the system. But in order to do that, you've got to have the right vehicle, the powerful engine, and the right kind of fuel to send into that. So the right amount of traffic to send into the vehicle and go through that system. And the offer is critical for making the system work, and we actually give you a very powerful offer, and I help you boost up your offer also, because that's just to make you different in the market. And we talk about one of the best systems there are that I've ever found, and talk about my criteria for choosing the right type of business. And then talking about commissions and something from business owner, very, very powerful stuff if you have a look at that. And then we go into having a look at the system itself and what you get for that, and some bonuses that I've put together. And I'm continually adding new bonuses as well, so these are really powerful. So you can scroll down and see that on page 39. And there's a video you can watch, and also here's something really exciting. So you can get checks like this, and you know, a lot of everyday people are doing this. 36,000, 99,000, you know, it's incredible. 627,000, and you can do this too. Now, you can also get a free Mercedes-Benz. It's really brilliant, this program. I take my hat off to the owner of this business. Now, this could be you picking out one of the latest Mercedes, you know, that you'll drive away for free. Pretty incredible stuff. So just imagine getting that on top of your monthly commissions. And it just helps make the ride that much more enjoyable. So here's a point I want to end off with. You don't buy opportunities, you create them, right? So you can buy the systems, but where the opportunities are created is where you think about creative ways, and we help you do this, how to get traffic in there, what value to give those people, and how to make yourself stand out from the rest of the competition. So I hope you really enjoy this report. If you've got any questions, you can email me there, clint@toptierelite.com, and I'll get back to you. And I hope you really enjoy this and set yourself up for having a fantastic year. So anyway, got any questions, let me know, and I'll speak soon. Bye for now.